Terence Brennan. I was born in 23. Anybody who ever went through the Depression, none of them that I've ever heard has said that the Depression hurt them in any way.
Yeah, my name's Frank Premo. Born in 1925.
Oh, my name is Catherine Pallas. Not a big palace. Spelled P like in Peter, P-A-L-L-A-S.
Winnifred Catherine Harrington Peterson. April 1st, 1924.
I'm Vicky Schultz, and I was born in 1921 and lived on a farm.
My name is Gustafson. I was born February 10th, 1924 in the Italian conclave underneath the High Bridge in St. Paul. Conclave is no longer there since it was flooded out in the, I think in either the 30s or the 40s, and all of the buildings had to be destroyed, and was replaced by a scrapyard, which was later condemned by the city of St. Paul, and now it's high-end apartments constructed in totally throughout that whole area.
I was a very hard-working kid, but I didn't get paid very well. That was the Depression.
I really started working when I was in the 8th grade in Adams School, and earned money to get a bicycle. I started to wash pans at the West End Bakery, 10 cents an hour.
I started working when I was 8 years old, grocery store. Went in there and asked them if they had a job for me, and they says, yeah, we got a job for you. They had me cleaning eggs out of a crate and putting them back in the egg crate.
And how much did they pay you?
25 cents a week.
I got 50 cents for the whole damn summer. I gotta tell you, when I got paid the 50 cents, I was so surprised and happy. I ran for about 3 miles where I was working all the way home, jumping over fences and everything, and the time I got home, I'd already lost the 50 cents. No, but that was the highlight of the whole summer.
First job I ever got, I worked at Montgomery Ward's. And that was called a workhouse then. If you could work there, you could work any place. And I got 34 cents an hour.
I probably started maybe in the 7th grade for the bowling alleys. A number of us were working in Stransky's bowling alley. The building is still there, but it's a auto parts shop now. We would be paid, I think it was a nickel a game, because the game itself only cost 15 cents. Following the completion of the games, we would go out front and buy a half-pint of ice cream for 15 cents and a nickel for a quarter. Let's see, I think it was a quarter-pound Powerhouse candy bar.
Quarter pound?
Quarter pound.
I always had money. I went to the show on Saturday afternoons for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and a nickel for the show and a nickel for a box of popcorn, and I always had money.
We had plenty to eat. It's good food. We drank raw milk and never got sick. Never got tuberculosis. The need for pasteurization really didn't impress us. We made our own butter and killed our own hogs.
When we sold our pigs or cows on the market, you were lucky if you paid for their transportation, so we butchered the animals and sent some of the meat to Milwaukee so that brothers and sisters, they did have meat, otherwise they couldn't usually afford it.
Being a kid, I wasn't aware there was any depression, you know, because your folks don't go around and say, oh, we're really poor, you know. So I never realized that we were poor.
No, I don't think I knew much about it.
Yeah.
But I knew that people didn't have much money anyhow. There was the rich and the poor. I don't think there was any in between at those days.
Yeah.
Not that I can remember. Yeah.
So
We were already poor,
you were already
so it
poor.
didn't make any difference. If you were a Depression kid, you grew up in a hurry. You had maturity at hand. You know what a dollar bill was. You knew about sacrificing, and you knew about making the most of whatever the environment had to offer. And when the war came, we were already hybrids. We didn't have to change a hell of a lot.
And the supervisor came in one morning and she said, anybody got anything to say? I said, I have. I'm quitting in 2 weeks. And that's when Pearl Harbor was.
Later on in high school, Monroe High School, I worked for Minnesota Transfer Railway out in the Midway District in iced refrigerator cars. Graduated from Monroe in 1943, half a year ahead of time since we went into the service at that time.
I joined the wax, I can't remember what year, I think it was in 1942. And I joined because my girlfriend wanted to join and everybody thought I'd flunked the physical, and I surprised them and I passed and they flunked. Out of 21 girls, there was only 2 of us that passed.
Although I had cried to get into the service because they weren't going to let me in because I had a knee operation. That cost my dad $75 at the time when he was making I think 75 cents an hour. I was running hurdles and my knee locked. The school was in competition with Cretan High School, and I was practically 2 hurdles ahead of the next guy behind me. So besides losing then, I had to get a knee operation. And this kid that was second after me had broken the school record. So I was really ticked off.
Oh, so you were ahead of them.
Yeah. Well, everybody was in the same boat, and everything was tight. I know my dad had to get coupons for his car so he could go to work. And the tires, of course, automobile tires, they were highly restricted. They weren't available at all. So you really had to be careful.
We went on a trip to Bemidji, Minnesota, 240 miles from here. We had an old Model A, a 29 Model A, and down there and back we had 21 flat tires. When my dad was changing one of the tires, all of a sudden he hollered, "Get in the car, get in the car." We went and got in the car right away. Here a big black bear come down the side of the road right at us. Well, we were scared.
And you were saying the reason your tires were going flat, you
couldn't afford to buy tires. We patched them.
And when we had to put out everything we had, that was an everyday event when we were kids. And that's why the Depression people, in my opinion, were the founders of the best generation, like this great author says, the greatest generation of all time.